International Monumental Mystery Service, how may I help you? What? No. Slow down, slow down. All right. We'll be on our way, right there. Bye.
It's gone. It's really gone. How did they even... That thing must have weighed 2 tons. And it's just gone. How is that even possible? I don't understand. How did somebody even get up there to get rid of it, like, to move it? Did they take it out with a helicopter? I don't even understand how they would even get it out of here in the first place. The statue's been here for over 100 years. And it's just gone. There has to be some explanation. It couldn't just get up and walk away. It's a statue. We should split up and look for clues. Hey, who'd want to steal a statue of some old guy anyway?
I don't know. Well, what I do know about Samuel de Champlain is that in 1608 he founded Quebec City. Then, in 1609, he sailed down the St. Lawrence and Richelieu rivers to come to Lake Champlain. The lake was named for him because he was the first European to ever see the lake. And Lake Champlain went on to play an important part in America's early history. We really have to find something to tell us who did this awful crime.
I couldn't find anything down there. Have you found anything up here?
No, not... What? Wait. Huh.
Did you find something?
I might have found a clue. Oh, goodness. It's a pencil.
A pencil?
It says, "My first Ticonderoga."
What would a pencil have anything to do with Lake Champlain?
Ticonderoga. Ticonderoga is a fort down towards the southern end of the lake. Maybe we should follow up on this clue.
Maybe, I guess so.
To Ticonderoga we go!
All right.
In 1609, Samuel de Champlain and his Algonquin party arrived in Ticonderoga. They met with a Mohawk Iroquois party, and Mohawk Iroquois were easily defeated because they never experienced European firearms before. This helped to cement the alliance between the Algonquins and the French in the upcoming French and Indian War. In 1755, the French arrived and built their Fort Carillon. It was a wooden fort. They held control of the fort until 1757, when English troops arrived. In order to keep the fort out of English hands, they set off a mortar.
Fort Ticonderoga remained in British hands until 1775, when Ethan Allen and the Green Mountain Boys took the fort with the help of Benedict Arnold. This fort then remained in American hands until 1777, when General Burgoyne dragged cannons to the top of Mount Defiance, which is behind me, and was able to take the fort back into British hands with the help of his troops. Mount Defiance was used to defend Fort Ticonderoga during the French and Indian War, as well as the American Revolution. When the American Revolution came to Lake Champlain, cannons were in short supply, and the guns at Fort Ticonderoga were highly prized. Ethan Allen and the Green Mountain Boys, with the help of Benedict Arnold, were able to seize the fort and take the guns for use by the Continental Army.
Hey look, I found something. It's a letter. We then anchored in a line opposite the rebels within the distance of cannon shot, expecting in the morning to be able to engage them with our whole fleet. To our great mortification, we perceived at daybreak that they had found means to escape us, unobserved by any of our guard boats or cruisers. Thus, an opportunity of destroying the whole rebel naval force at one stroke was lost. First, by an impossibility of bringing all our own vessels to action, and afterwards, by the great diligence used by the enemy in getting away from us. Signed, Governor Sir Guy Carleton, 1776. I think this is a primary source, written by somebody who was actually at the battle. I bet you that this is Valcour Island. Maybe we should go there next.
The Battle of Valcour took place on October 11, 1776, with the American fleet of 15 ships and the British fleet of 30. The American forces were under the command of Benedict Arnold, and the British expected an easy victory. However, due to high winds that made maneuvering difficult, the Americans lost several ships, but when night fell, the Americans that did remain were able to sneak away under the cover of darkness. The British chased them all the way to Fort Ticonderoga, but because winter was coming, they were forced to turn back to Canada. The Americans lost the Battle of Valcour, but ultimately they were able to delay the British from attacking immediately.
Sitting to the right of Valcour Island is Gunboat Island. Legend has it that during the Battle of Valcour, the British, when night fell, mistook Gunboat Island for an American ship. They continued to rain cannons down on Gunboat Island all through the night, allowing the American ships to escape. When morning came, they realized their mistake, and they were not happy with it.
There has to be a clue around here somewhere. Let's try down here. See what it says. Americans win great victory over the British on Lake Champlain. I wonder where that would be. Where did they win a victory?
Here we are on Cumberland Bay in Plattsburgh, New York. During the War of 1812, Lake Champlain was once again the site of major naval battles. On September 11, 1814, the Battle of Plattsburgh took place in Cumberland Bay. Master Commandant Thomas MacDonough was in command of the American forces, while George Downing was in command of the British forces. Like Benedict Arnold in the Revolutionary War, MacDonough utilized the same anchoring techniques for his ships. Although this time, the Americans were victorious. The British were forced to retreat back to Canada. This was important because shortly after this battle, negotiations for the Treaty of Ghent began. Because the British had been pushed back, they were unable to claim any new territory from the United States. I don't understand. I can't find anything. There's no clue here this time. Wait, what did you say?
I said it's a monumental victory for Thomas MacDonough.
That's it. That's it. A monumental victory. Look over there. It's the MacDonough Monument. That has to be what our next clue is.
I guess it's worth a shot. Thomas MacDonough was born in Delaware in the year of 1783, and in the year of 1800, he joined the Navy and journeyed around the Atlantic.
He was a merchant sailor for 2 years, but rejoined the Navy when the War of 1812 started. On June 2nd, 1813, he sent 2 ships to guard the Canadian border. The British attacked, and both ships were taken captive.
On July 24th, 1813, he became Master Commandant in charge of Lake Champlain. The British invaded as far south as Plattsburgh.
On September 11th, 1814, he led the Americans to victory in the Battle of Plattsburgh. Following the war, Thomas MacDonough was awarded a gold medal by Congress and made a captain.
I really don't know where we should go from here. I'm stumped. Maybe we should just go back to headquarters and do a little bit more research and think it over before we, proceed from here. What do you think?
I agree. I had no idea what our perpetrator wanted. I think we should definitely head back to the office and think about this. Obviously, whoever stole the statue was very, very knowledgeable about the history of Lake Champlain, especially the important events. I wonder. No. Couldn't be. Maybe. Possibly. Oh no. I have an idea. I think I know who took the statue. Professor Argataris, may I have a moment of your time?
Of course. I'm always happy to make time for history lovers.
As you may have heard, the statue of Samuel de Champlain was stolen from the monument, and we were hired to find it.
Now you've come to beg me for my help. I am one of the preeminent scholars of the history of Lake Champlain.
Yes, we were aware of that. During our investigation, we uncovered several clues that led us up and down the lake. These clues formed a historical timeline that seemed to run in sequential order. Here, take a look.
Ah, yes. Very clever. I admire the map skills involved and the reference to lake geography.
As you can see, the trail led us as far as the McDonough Monument. Here, it seemed to go cold.
After the War of 1812, Lake Champlain became an important transportation system. Perhaps you might try the Erie Canal or the St. Lawrence River next. In my opinion, that would be your best option.
That would be logical, except that I think I have a better idea.
What might that be? You aren't an expert in the field.
You see, Professor Agataris, the McDonough Monument has the name of McDonough's 4 ships carved into it.
Everybody knows that.
Yes, but on closer inspection, the name Saratoga caught my eye.
Oh, really?
Saratoga backwards, you see, is Agataris. It was you who stole the Champlain Monument, wasn't it?
Yes, I did it. People don't have enough respect and admiration for the importance of Lake Champlain. I took the statue because I thought it would draw attention back to the lake and make people care again.
It's time to return the monument, Professor Agataris.
Fine. I was going to give it back anyway.
Well, the perpetrator's been caught, and the monument has been returned. So it looks like it's another victory for the International Monument Mystery Service.
Yes, job well done.